$125 million water alleviation program for drought-affected parishes, Jamaica Trade Information Portal to make it easier to do business, and the government working on a new NIDS bill. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. An additional $125 million has been pumped into alleviating drought conditions across several parishes. The money will finance water trucking and the distribution of water tanks.
And I've asked the Minister without portfolio to coordinate with the MPs in these parishes to determine how they will put together their schedule, the critical areas that should get, coordinate with the NWC to make sure that those areas are served. There is an existing budget in the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation in the water unit for approximately $110 million. That budget we will use for the rest of the island.
In Parliament last Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the neediest parishes were Kingston, St. Andrew, St. Mary, Portland, St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Clarendon and St. Thomas. He also updated the House on the $795 million in rural water projects being undertaken in the 2019-20 fiscal year. The Prime Minister said the Rural Water Supply Limited RWSL would start 20 water projects, 9 of which were to be completed during the period. Several water catchment tanks and rainwater harvesting systems will also be completed by September. And the RWSL is finalizing designs for 7 rural water projects.
I believe the government has fulfilled its policy objectives and indeed the higher objective of starting the ownership culture.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness on Wednesday as he witnessed the Wigton Wind Farm being listed on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. He said more state-owned entities such as the Central Wastewater Company and the government stake in the Jamaica Public Service Company were being readied for divestment. Mr. Holness also disclosed that Cabinet had approved a submission for the divestment of the Jamaica mortgage firm.
What we are trying to do now is to socialize wealth. We're trying to ensure that the average Jamaican benefits from the good decision making that creates wealth and be a part of that process.
This Labor Day, let's make our communities safe for our children. Child safety, it's you, it's me, it's all our way.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness's 2019 Labor Day challenge to the nation.
Labor Day is a meaningful day. It should not be a day where we stay home and take it as a holiday. It should be a day when each of us comes out of our homes and we work together to build our nation.
Before that, Mr. Holness was present at the Jamaica Pegasus to honor 6 former ministers of Labour. They are former Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller, Dean Peart, Horace Daly, Pernell Charles Sr., Derek Kelly, and Dr. Fenton Ferguson. The former ministers were recognized at an awards banquet on the centennial of the International Labour Organization and the Trades Union Act.
To the Shipping Association, we express deep appreciation for 8 decades of sterling service, and we wish you continued longevity and success in the next 80 years to come.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness there addressing the 18th Caribbean Shipping Executive Conference last week Monday. He called on those in attendance to pay greater attention to addressing issues related to maritime transport and logistics. Though multi-billion-dollar investments have been made to expand the ports in the region, Mr. Holness said more emphasis needed to be placed on supply chain efficiency.
The rise of global value chains and their transformative effect on world trade are shaping the future of the industry. And as a region, we must embrace technology and innovation to be adequately prepared to take advantage of the benefits that abound.
Back at the office of the Prime Minister, Mr. Holness hosted visitors. On Monday, he met with Acting President and CEO of the Overseas Private Investment Corporation, OPIC. He also held talks with the World Bank Group's Regional Vice President and International Finance Corporation. By Tuesday, Prime Minister Holness was meeting with Canada's Minister of Immigration, who was on a 2-day visit to the island. And on Wednesday, he held talks with Germany's ambassador to Jamaica. On Friday, the Office of the Prime Minister announced that the National Identification System NIDS policy was being reviewed. The review will allow for the drafting of a new NIDS bill and a series of island-wide consultations. According to the OPM, the state would not be appealing the Constitutional Court's ruling against the 2017 National Identification and Registration Act (NAIRA). Prime Minister Andrew Holness closed out his week by participating in Guardian Group Foundation's Keep It Alive 5K night run. This year, the foundation aims to raise $35 million. The money will assist the University Hospital of the West Indies, Cornwall Regional Hospital, Sentence Bay Hospital, and Mandeville Regional Hospital. And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister.